After the passing of my good friend Denis Waitley, I've been reflecting on our more than 20 years of friendship and things that I've learned. And I've been asked the question, what is one piece of advice that just jumps to your mind as you think about Denis and him being a mentor to me? And something immediately came to mind. So I want to share that with you today just briefly. Many years ago, I was a young father, 4 kids, and I was traveling and we were opening Australia for USANA, and I was with Denis. And my wife had called and left a message, and she was very upset. One of my children had received a very poor report from school, and he was acting up, and my wife wasn't sure what to do or how to handle the situation. And I remember sitting down to dinner with Denis and just opening up to him about my wife being around the other side of the world, trying to be a father, trying to be a parent, and raise our children, and most importantly, raise them in a very healthy, effective way. And the advice Denis gave to me at that moment was something I always have remembered, and something I actually put immediately into action. And that advice was this. He said, I know when you want to discipline him, you're going to want to do this, take this away, take away this privilege, do this, do that. He said, but my advice would be, don't take away anything that is building his self-worth. So the example would be, he was in karate, and karate was something that he loved, but it was something that he could do, and he could do really well. My natural instinct would be, okay, those kind of privileges would be taken away until you behave or until you perform, but I didn't do that. And my son now is 40 years old with his own children, and he remembers how we handled that. And so the advice was, as you're correcting your children or trying to help them along their path of life and their journey, just be aware that as you take things away and or discipline, be aware of those things that help build their self-worth and self-confidence. And I think that's applicable in every aspect of life. Those things we need to realize, know those who are in our lives that are important, but also for ourselves, what brings us some self-worth, some self-confidence, and makes us us, and is so important. And then don't take that away from yourself. Make sure and do more of it. And so that was my advice, and that helped me as a young father, and all these years later, still helping.